So today I'm going to actually show you something a little bit different, and that is how to draw flowy type of hair. If we draw a face that is looking just head on, so I'm going to just draw in a chin sort of shape here. So we've got that chin shape there of the face looking head on, and then we want to kind of do a midpoint where sort of roughly the eyes would sit, and then the top of the head here. Okay, so the way I'd like to start, and the way I normally start, is to start drawing in the fringe, or as Americans like to call it, the bangs of the female character. And I think that that just starts defining the face and where it's going to go, and also gives you a direction of how long or short, or how wild or crazy or curly or straight you want the hair to be. So I'm going to start, I think this character, I want to begin by actually giving her a bit of a side parting. So I'm going to begin here. And the thing to remember with hair, guys, is don't be afraid to start defining the strands as soon as you put them in. So as you can see here, I've put in the strand and then I've started drawing around it. And I think that's just a habit I've gained over time, to just start defining the hair as soon as you start drawing it in. And that's actually what gives you the illusion that it is hair and not just some random, I don't know, piece of a little chunky V or whatever sort of shape you're drawing there. And that's the other thing, actually, talking about a V, is to do your hair in a sort of V shape. So as you can see there, I began there with a curved S. So always think of it in terms of curved S's and then defining the strands as little V's. But always adding the curves onto it so that you know exactly where your hair is going and where it's coming from and all that sort of thing. So I'm going to continue now with the bangs. Oh, it's gone a bit off. I didn't really want it to go like that, but okay, never mind. Let's just go with the flow. I'm going to keep going, and I'm really, this is more a demonstration of sort of how to draw strands of hair, really, and how to actually start defining your hair once you've put it down on paper. So I'm going to continue here with the little side parting and the little bangs / fringe, however you want to say it. And the other thing is, the type that I'm doing here is a sort of V. Closed end, but then you also have open-ended strands, which is what I've got here, and you can see them very sort of hardly, really, you can hardly see them. But let me just demonstrate over here, and I've kind of started here. So what I'm doing is I'm keeping the strands sort of open-ended, and it really is just a case of putting in a line and leaving it at that, and not connecting it as I will do right here. This is connecting the end of the strand, but then there are open-ended strands just like this, which just leave a sense of feeling that it actually is hair that you're drawing and not just, you know, chunks of things, really, as I said earlier. So I'm going to sort of put in the top of the head here. And also remember that the hair should really sit above the head so that it looks like it's got a bit more volume and actual life to it, rather than just being straight and flat. And I think I'm going to give this character some short hair, because that'll keep it nice and short, and really show you what I'm doing here. So I want to give a little bit of a bounce here, but then for it to come out like this. I think that'll be a really cute little hairstyle. I might even put in a bow. And I'm just defining the shape of the hair, really, which is an important thing. And I think an important thing to do all the time when you're drawing is to define the shape of exactly what it is that you're drawing. And that just gives you a sense of control of where it's going to go. You know what it's going to look like, and it allows you to finish things off nicely. Okay, so I've done that there on this side by just, again, going with the V's. And different sort of curves on them to just, you know, give that hair a little bit of life, really, and to give it a bit more bounce and curve to it. And then I'm going to do the same thing on this side here. So I'm going to bring that down like this and then curve it out in that little S there. So there we go, there's that little S. And I'm going to actually rub this off so you get to see it a little bit better. So you can see that S shape coming down from there like that, and then being sort of flicked off at the ends there. And then again here, I'm going to just bring it out to give it a bit more volume and to make this character's hair look a bit cuter, a bit more fluffy and sort of voluminous as it should be, and not just, you know, a little bit of a chunky mess. I've also added a bit of strands here because I want it to look even on all sides, and I don't want it to look symmetrical by any means, because I'm not trying to make it look like a mirror image of it and look weird, but I want it to look, you know, like it's got some sort of balance to it. That's the word, really. It's more about the balance, really, of striking with the hair, because you can just sort of have characters that have all the hair on this side, which is fine if you're trying to show that the hair is falling on this side, but not fine if you're trying to draw a character with a full head of hair evenly. So always think about the balance of the hair as well and how it's going to fall. And this, I think, would be perfect to just leave it as it is. And the reason why I say that is you can just keep going in and adding more and more details, you know, keep adding in the lines and then bringing it up and, you know, just keep going really and building up the layers of hair. But I sort of love it to look exactly the way it's looking right now. And that is because then you can go in with colour and start defining that a lot more, and giving your character a bit more life. So yeah, if I'm honest with you, I'm going to get rid of these little lines because I really like this little character the way she is. Let's add a little bit more here. There we go. Okay, and that about sums up the tutorial, guys. I know it was a very quick little short one, but I mean, I know hair is a difficult thing as well to draw, but if you can start getting the concept of actually giving your character an outline of a face and then an outline of hair, then you can really start going in with details like these, you know, the little line details and the little flicks and the little S curves and all of this sort of stuff. But as long as you can remember the basics, which are keeping it above the head height, so actually giving it a bit of volume, keeping it balanced and sort of in proportion as well as you can, and then giving the edges, you know, those end round, not round, but sort of cornered off B's so that they actually end in points, and then also giving them those tips where they don't, so that they actually look like strands of hair. That's a really nice balance to achieve, and that's the way I draw my hair really, and that's the way I like it to look. But you guys let me know how you draw your hair and what sorts of things you like to see with your character's hair, and I'm going to go ahead and define this little character a little bit more. Okay guys, that about sums up our little character. Let me know what you think, guys, in the comments below, and give it a thumbs up if you like it, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!